Guys, welcome back. My name is Margaret Oduwole, your friend in lifestyle and financial affairs. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for stopping by. I promise this video will be worth your while. Alright guys, in today's video, we are going to be talking about 5 investment myths that keep people poor. Alright, so let's get right into it. So one major reason why a lot of people do not invest or do not begin their investment journey is because they think they need a lot of money to start. So they continue to procrastinate and procrastinate and procrastinate. The truth of the matter is, this era, this dispensation that we currently live in is one of the easiest dispensations to actually invest. Investment has been democratized so much so that anybody, I mean literally anybody, can invest. Investment is no longer a scarce commodity that is only available for the select few. Think about it. Before, people needed to go to a physical location to open a brokerage account, right? There were a lot of hurdles and a lot of friction to overcome. But right now, in the comfort of your home, you can just pick up your phone, download an investment app, onboard yourself, and start investing. The best part of it is you now even have fractional investment. If you live in a country like Nigeria, where the currency is really weak, and you want to invest in the US market, I know how overwhelming it can be when you think of how much just one unit of shares costs. You have some shares that are up to $200. By the time you convert that to naira, it's a lot of money. But thankfully now you even have fractional investment, so you don't necessarily have to buy one unit at once. You can start with whatever amount you have and just keep buying fractional units until it becomes a whole. So this is literally the best time for anybody who wants to take investment seriously. That is one. On the other hand, you even have loads and loads of information. You have AI, you have social media, you have a lot of tools and resources at your advantage, which you can use to help you make better and wiser investment decisions. So you really do not have any excuse. Now to the next point on my list. High risk is always equals to high reward. That is a blatant lie, a very big fat one at that. Yes, high risk equals high reward, but not in every situation. There are always exceptions. One thing I always advocate for is diversification. It's very important for you to diversify your investment. You should not be someone who just wants to put all your money in just one financial instrument or just one investment and you're hoping that you make a big break from it. It does happen, right? I'm not going to negate the fact that actually happens, but in many situations it's always very rare. That's a very rare occurrence, and not everybody is going to have that same exact experience when it comes to investing. So as much as possible, you want to diversify your portfolio. You want your portfolio to be a mix of high risk, low risk, and medium risk investment as much as possible. Your investment strategy should not be one that is so risky such that you can be completely wiped out of the market. Your strategy should be a strategy that can keep you long enough in the game. Moving on, this next point is one that can be very controversial, right? And it is investments in financial instruments alone can make you rich. Honestly, a couple of years back, I probably would have believed this myself, but I remember I had watched a video a couple of months back and it sort of just shifted my perspective on these things. Look, when you live in a country that over 65% of people who live there are poor, right? When you live in a country where the inflation rate has skyrocketed, so much so that when you even earn a salary, right, you are only able to afford basic necessities, and after taking care of those basic necessities, you literally have nothing else left in your account. I mean, I literally was having a conversation with my friend yesterday. She's probably going to be watching this video, and we're just talking about how earning a salary now is almost like a stipend, because you get your salary and in less than 2 weeks you've already wiped everything, like it's gone. Sometimes even before the salary hits your account, you already have loads and loads of bills to take care of, such that when the salary eventually enters your account, you don't even have extra disposable income to save or to invest. It's just so tight. Things are just so tight and so difficult right now. Now Now, if you're somebody who, when you get your salary, or whatever business it is that you run, when you get an income from it, you're still able to have a certain percentage, or you're still able to have extra to save and to invest, you actually should be thankful and you should not take it for granted. But this particular point is specifically for those who, when you earn an income or you get your salary, right, you don't even have extra money at all. Like, you're not able to save anything, and it's not because you are splurging, it's not because you are living above your means or beyond your means, right? It's not because you are going out every time. If you find yourself in this category, I actually think that your focus should be on self-development and self-investment, right? Instead of seeing how you can still squeeze yourself to save extra 5k here, 10k there, maybe what you want to do is take a course, right, or learn a new skill that can help you earn more, because the more you earn, the more you are able to save. And I know this might sound a bit contradictory when you think about the first point, but again, there are nuances, right? There are nuances, because yes, I did earlier say that you don't have to wait until you are the richest person, until you have like a huge sum of money before you can start investing. While that is true, it's also true that if you are already stretched too thin, right, maybe your focus might not necessarily be on investing in financial instruments at that time, but looking at how you can invest in yourself. See, wealth is built in layers, right? There's like a pyramid. So you have income, which is like the most important thing on that pyramid. Then you also have discipline, right? Then you have making smart investment decisions, and you also have time. So I think these are self-explanatory, right? The more money you have, the more you can invest, right? And then also, you have to be disciplined enough to invest whatever amount that you're investing consistently. It's not something you do today and then you disappear for the next 3 months. You have to do it consistently over a prolonged period of time. And then you also have to make smart investment decisions. So you're not just putting your money anywhere, but you are doing your due diligence, doing your research, and you're putting your money in, the right investments. And then you also have time as well. So all of these, they work in conjunction, they work collaboratively, right? You can't do one and neglect the other. They are all very important. Okay, now, so let's go to the fourth myth, which is you need to be an expert to start investing. Guys, look at me. I'm not an expert though. I just started my journey last year, right? I think I've said that over and over again. I'm not an expert yet, but I am learning every day. I am growing every day, and I am sharing with you everything that I'm learning as I go. So you don't have to be the most knowledgeable person for you to start investing. You don't have to be the most analytical person for you to start investing. If anything, you have all the information and resources you need in your arsenal to start investing and making, smart financial decisions. You have YouTube, you have my channel, you have ChatGPT, you have different sort of search engines where you can literally just go there and ask questions. All you need is like the basic knowledge, right? You need to know the right companies you need to know the companies you want to invest in. You need to be able to do your due diligence. You need to know how they make money. You need to know what their numbers are looking like just the basics. You just need the basics for you to start investing. So please, guys, get that mentality that you have to be an expert before you start investing. No, you don't have to be. You just need to know the basics. Okay. So the next myth on my list is, it's either you are too old or you are too young to start investing. So there are two ends of the spectrum. Let's start with those who think they are too young to start investing. Baby, time is your ally when it comes to investing. Time is a great and a precious asset. You should never joke with it. I always say it every time that I wish I started investing 4-5 years ago when I started earning money, right? But who am I to start crying over spilled milk? The deed is done, right? That time is gone already. Whenever you wake up, that is your morning. I woke up last year and I've started. Never think that maybe you are too young to start investing. The more time you have, the more money you can make over a prolonged period of time when it comes to investing. So please never feel like, I'm still too young. What do I know? And I still have, several years ahead of me. I can start later. Please start now, or start where you are, start with what you have. And then for those on the other end of the spectrum who feel like they are too old, yes, time is your ally, but you can still make do with the limited time that you have. In as much as you might be older, you might feel like you've lost many years, it doesn't mean that you can't still make something out of the next few years that you have ahead of you. It's still better to make or take an action than not to do anything at all. That this saying goes that the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The next best time to plant that tree is now, right? So of course, when you are older and you're just starting your investment journey, the choices that you make, the kind of investments that you make will definitely differ from someone who is still younger, who still has many years ahead of them, because now you are probably a lot more risk averse. You don't really have the bandwidth to take on high risks like that, and that is understandable, but there are still investments that can meet you where you are, such that you still be able to see returns over the next few years that you have ahead of you, and even generations to come will still be able to benefit from the choices that you make today. I still have one more bonus myth to share with you that was not even on my list initially, and that is some people decide that they don't want to invest because they feel like it's going to take donkey years for them to start seeing returns. Guys, that's not true. Yes, investment is a game of patience, it's a game of time, but it's just like planting a tree. When you plant a tree today, right, you still see results. You start seeing like sprouts, you start seeing it grow. With investments, there are certain companies that you buy their shares and they will start paying you dividends, right? So you start seeing small returns. I personally feel like those small returns that you see day in day out, they are fuel to drive you to continue on your investment journey. So yes, you might not see exponential growth, you might not see massive returns, but you still see small growth gradually, and it's still something, it's still a fuel, it's still a drive to make you continue on that journey. A lot of us don't like the sound of delayed gratification, but investment is actually a mix of delayed gratification and immediate gratification. Just that the immediate gratification is like trickles of water, right? It's just little drops of water, and like you already know, little drops of water makes a mighty ocean, but that you will not see those little drops of water is a lie. I can tell you that for a fact, it's a lie. Okay guys, that brings me to the end of my video. Alright guys, so tell me, aside everything that I have previously mentioned in this video, do you think that there are other investment myths that are keeping people poor? Please share them in the comment section. I look forward to reading them. And also, if you feel like you are guilty of any of these myths, right, please drop in the comment section. Let's baptize and sanitize your mindsets. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, I would like to plead with you to please like, please share, please subscribe. It's going to encourage me to keep going. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.